I think we just gotta mill them out at this point. Sure. So we will lithoform engine, copy Ulamog's trigger, mill them for 40. So they'll have 23 cards left in the deck, Annihilator 2. Sure. Alright, what does this do? Tap target creature? Perfect. Oh, okay. That'll do it, I guess. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're playing Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger in Historic Brawl. Ulamog, kind of an old card, probably needs no introduction, but let's go over it. 10/10 Eldrazi. When you cast this spell, exile 2 target permanents. It's indestructible. Whenever Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger attacks, defending player exiles the top 20 cards of their library. So this card's a house, really hard to get rid of because it's indestructible, and when you cast it, you can exile 2 permanents. That includes lands. So we can exile basically anything that we want. 2 target permanents, you know, that our opponent controls that are problematic for our deck, or 2 big creatures. If they're struggling on mana, we can exile 2 of their lands and set them back. And then the opponent has to deal with a 10/10 that you can't get rid of easily, that exiles their library. So even though, like, even if they can chump block it, since Ulamog doesn't have trample, the top of their library, you know, the top 20 cards to their library is getting exiled every turn. So they're, in this format, they're basically on a 4-turn clock because of the 20 card exile by the time this comes down. And if they can't block it, then they're on like a 2-turn clock. So anyway, Ulamog is a crazy good card, and this deck is trying to essentially cheat Ulamog out early. We are a colorless deck, so we don't have all the ramp tools at our disposal that maybe like green would have, but we do have all of the, you know, mana rocks. So this deck is a ton of mana rocks, every single one, including like Buried Treasure and Cold Steel Heart, even though we don't have colored mana in our deck. Mirror Convert, right? We just have every single piece of ramp that we, or mana rock ramp that we can get in the deck. We even have Wayfarer's Bauble, and there's a couple other ones that like fetch basics out of our deck, but we have all of that, like Solemn Simulacrum. So the goal is to ramp, get Ulamog down early, right? If we can't do that, you know, we have other stuff that we can do with our mana. We have, you know, we have like a Portal to Phyrexia, which comes down 1 turn earlier than Ulamog. Breaker of Creation, another creature that's really hard to get rid of, has Annihilator 2 and Hexproof from each color. We have Ugin, which can get rid of problematic permanents earlier than we can get Ulamog down. And then like the Immortal Sun and Shmill the Inner Sun to give us extra cards and value there. That's kind of the deck. It's pretty straightforward. It's just ramping in every feasible way possible, trying to get to our endgame stuff, and ideally to Ulamog because it's so hard to get rid of. One thing that's nice about a colorless deck is that you can run all of the utility lands, because all of them tap for colorless mana. So we have every single one that I could think of in here that would be applicable to our deck. Even like Gyre Reach Sanitarium, just to like draw cards. Because there's going to be turns where we have a lot of mana but nothing to do with it, but you know, now we can put that mana into like a Gyre Reach Sanitarium and dig through our deck a little bit faster. Just all of the stuff. I'm not going to go through every single one, but... And then we do have 17 wastes. They do have snow wastes now, and I can't... Actually, now that I mentioned that, my brain juices are flowing. There is one card I wanted to add that I didn't think we could. So, 1 utility land, let's see. Let's do basic. See if we can find it. Oh no, they're right here. Okay, I do have them. Creature, Faceless Haven, because you need snow mana in order to activate Faceless Haven. It's just another good creature land, so I wanted to add Faceless Haven. But if you don't have snow mana, you can't activate it. There we go. Okay, and now the deck's complete. So let's hop into the games. Let's see if we can get some wins with Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. Alright, Ulamog in Historic Brawl. Let's see if we can get some wins. We're going against Goshentai, Life's Origin, really strong enchantment deck, 5-color enchantment deck. We have 3 lands. We have 2 mana ramp, 2 mana ramp, 3 mana ramp, Breaker of Creation. Yeah, I think this is decent. I would prefer this be another ramp spell, but I think we keep. It's too bad they get to go first too, but I think this is a good hand. And it doesn't really matter which one of these comes down first. One of my favorite things about colorless decks, I mean, they do have their downsides because you're limited on what kind of spells you can put in the deck, but one of the best parts is that you can run all these utility lands because they all produce colorless mana. Probably the Convert, I guess, because it's a better blocker over the Ornithopter. I don't know how much removal this deck is running. I think they're mainly trying to set up and get their Goshentai down. I'm always a little wary of putting down a Mana Dork in Brawl because they usually get removed. Okay, Sanctum. So, yeah, it's going to get removed. That's a nice card for later. Okay, so what do we do here? I guess we use the mana, right? If they're going to remove our Convert, we might as well use the mana. At least he got some value, right? They could kill it at instant speed if they want. Are they going to go to their turn? Weird. Discard a land card or a shrine card. Dex damage to target creature or planeswalker X the number of shrines you control. Yep. I forgot. Oh, I see. Okay, well, that'll do it. That will do it. Let's get you down. And you down. And you. We don't need to pretend like we have stuff up. It's a good card, but they're just going to kill it. So unfortunately we have to bottom that. We're looking for non-creature ramp. We're only 2 mana away from Portal as well. Okay, make a shrine. So now they have 3 shrines. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and kick this. Then we'll have, we'll have Ulamog next turn, so hopefully they don't go absolutely insane. I think we're looking for spells at this point. We have enough mana because we're gonna make 3 treasures off the treasure map. We made 3 mana rocks with the Kicking the Skyclave relic. Now we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You count the other 2 treasures. Sure. So this might be better to Portal to Phyrexia, honestly, if this is their turn. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I play the spinning wheel and then I treasure map, I think I can still Portal, right? Just trying to be as mana efficient as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pop the treasure map, make 9, yeah. I think that's gonna do all those things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Sorry, it's really close. I'm just trying to. Yeah, that's kind of what we want. Now that we have the mana, we want the payoffs. Interesting. They had a Teferi's protection. Okay. Sure. Okay, they're empty-handed. Yep. Yeah, I guess we do the one with more toughness. Alright, so what do we care about getting rid of the most? Gain 2 life. We don't really care about that. We care more about the removal. We care about our life total as well. Okay, so this can't do damage to our face, so maybe we wait on that. Let's get rid of you. And you. Those are bigger threats to our life total. We're just trying to stabilize at this point. Okay, they're gonna gain 8 life. Sure, I don't care about that right now. Or at all, really, if Ulamog sticks on the battlefield, because we'll just mill you out. Okay, go Shentai. Sure. Cavern. Probably doesn't matter in this matchup. Play Breaker Creation. Gain some life. Forgot that this has the gain the life clause. Oh, and we can play Lithoform Engine too. Sick. So we can double its Annihilator trigger if we want. Whoops. Now that we have life, I feel comfortable attacking. Let's get rid of some of these spells. You didn't need these, did you? Okay, they're gonna gain a lot of life. I really don't care about the life gain, brother. They're cycling, which means they don't have an answer. Hallowed Haunting, pretty good. Oh, they all have flying. That's pretty bad. But I'm not dead. Yep. Let's block. We're gonna get it back with Portal anyway. Resolve. Buried treasure. Okay. So, do I mill them for 40? I think so, since everything's flying and I can't really block it anyway. So what, I'm gonna get attacked for 8 next turn? Or maybe 10? So that's okay, I can weather that. I think we just gotta mill them out at this point. Sure. So we will Lithoform Engine, copy Ulamog's trigger, mill them for 40. So they'll have 23 cards left in the deck, Annihilator 2. Sure. Alright, what does this do? Tap target creature? Perfect. Oh, okay. That'll do it, I guess. I was trying to look at my utility lands to see what else I could do. So we could definitely draw a card because we have artifacts. I was going to see if we had an enchantment. I don't think we do. But it's not looking good for them. If we weren't... If they didn't have the Hollowed Haunting down, I would have probably doubled the Annihilator trigger, make them sacrifice 4 things. I think that would have been a much better play. But with this down, the clock against us is really high, because everything will get flying, and then they can make more creatures. So we just had to go for the mill plan, and next turn we can mill them out by doubling it again. So that was the idea. But yeah, we could have drawn a card, we could have played something at instant speed, which this is a way to get more value if we wanted. And we had Spinning Wheel, which normally is a garbage card, but in this deck, since we make so much mana, we can take a creature out of combat, you know? So like right before they go to combat, we can tap it, and then it can't attack. So this is where we want to be with this deck. Lots of mana, lots of things to do, big boys on the battlefield. Alright, Ulamog in Brawl. Let's see if we can beat Urza Lord Protector. Basically a Azorius artifact deck that's trying to flip into the backside Urza Planeswalker there that you can see, which has a bunch of nut abilities, so we just basically don't want it to ever get to this side. They do have to meld it with the Might Stone and the Weak Stone, so they have to be able to get that card out of their deck and cast it. It's 5 mana, so we have some time, and we have a little bit of ramp, so I think we get to go first, which is nice. Not used to that. Guess we'll lead on this. Maybe we should have done the waste, but it's all good. I just wanted to have 2 mana up on turn 2. Getting down the firebomb is not necessary right now. Moon Silver Key. Oh, there you go. Search your library for an artifact card with a mana ability. Yeah, so I think that gets them the combo piece that they need. Alright, so what do we do here? I think we play Palladium Mirror. It doesn't look like they're gonna wipe the board or anything, at least for 1 turn. And they were tapped out, so... Oh, I want one of those. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can do... Spinning Wheel... Yeah, we can do a couple things here. I think we get this down. I just attack them to assert dominance. Tempting, but no thanks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is I feel like the board wipe's coming, so I'm not going to count the creatures. But the creatures help me get some spells down. Yeah, so this is their combo piece. This is what they're trying to get. Land cycling, Lorien revealed, sure. Or island cycle, rather. So, hopefully we draw a land. Nice. We can get the Mystic Forge down, and at least see what's on top of our deck. And that'll help us keep the ramp train going. Thankfully they don't have a ton of permanents right now, so like the targets for Ulamog are gonna be good. It's decks that make a lot of permanents, it makes it harder to choose what to actually get rid of. So next turn they can flip it. Or maybe this turn they can flip it. This is the fastest I've ever seen someone get the thing down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can Ugin it. Oh, they have to pay 7 mana. Okay, so we have one turn, and they're tapped out. Okay. Add 2 colorless. The man's mana can be spent. Oh, I should have this in my deck. I didn't know this thing actually added mana. Maybe not, because you can't spend it on non-artifacts. Okay. My turn. See what's on top of our deck. I would love to play that, but I don't have the time. They can't spend this mana on Urza. And Ugin makes our colorless spells cheaper. Man, I wish I had one more mana so I could just play this, but I do not. So they can play Urza again, which it looks like they're gonna do. They still don't have enough mana to flip it, though. The Ceaseless. Okay. 4 mana. How much mana will we have next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have enough for that. It's almost tempting to try to get rid of this so I can get a land, because then I can do more stuff, but fortunately this is where we're at. Yeah, see, there was a land on top. Yeah, they can -3 whatever they want. So it's not looking good. Oh, I can get rid of something. Do you have a Tail's End? Brainstorm? Okay, they're looking. Yes, that's not a spell you can counter, that's an ability. Yeah, okay. So now we don't have to worry about the meld thing for a while, because it's in their graveyard. So I'm sure they have ways to get it back from the graveyard, but we don't have to worry about that for a little bit, hopefully. Okay. I would love to get the land. Thank you. So, if they don't get rid of the Ugin, we have enough mana next turn to cast Ulamog. Time Warp. Gotcha. Okay. I think we might still have enough mana for Ulamog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we don't. 9. Yeah, we're 1 short. If this stayed, we would have enough, but because they're going to take another turn, they're going to attack it down again, we won't have enough. That's okay. We've really hindered their deck by putting their combo piece in the graveyard, so. Ugin might have to bite the dust here. Attack down Ugin. They really didn't want that to exist anymore. I don't blame them. You gotta think they wasted their time warp on that play just to get rid of it, which means they don't have removal. Farewell. Oh, that's probably GG. Yeah. GG. Okay, Ulamog, Brawl, playing Sika, so no Elemental Blast is sweet. We get to go first. No ramp. Technically this is ramp when we cast no Elemental Blast, but no ramp besides that. I mean, the One Ring can get us into the ramp. Yeah, I guess we get to go first. We have like one turn to play around. Plus, they're gonna take a while to mana fix. So get our land down. This is also a nice card draw as well. Oh, we actually got a mana rock. Sweet. Okay. Always black. Black's my favorite color in the game, so it doesn't really matter which one we choose. Alright. Let's get Dungeon Map down and Spell Satchel down. Okay. Now we're doing the thing. So no Elemental Blast can counter a multicolored permanent or spell. Destroy a multicolored permanent or counter that spell. So it's really good against them. There's a cave. I think we'll do it like... Well, they're still one turn away from playing their thing, so I guess this is really good against them because they might be a Planeswalker deck and this turns off Planeswalkers. So unless they can get rid of it, their deck kind of doesn't do anything. Now, I've seen other versions of this deck that just do big creatures and stuff, but the Planeswalker version of this deck is the most common. So while they're one land off, I feel comfortable plopping this down and being tapped out. Now all of our spells cost one less, and we get to draw an extra card every turn, and it buffs our creatures when we eventually get them down. So it kind of does like 4 really good things. Yep. Skyclave. Okay. How much would it cost to kick this? 2 plus 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'd still have no Elemental Blast up, I believe, if I kick it. Yes. Let's do that. I would love to play this, but then I'd be tapped out, so we're not going to do that. I mean, I might not even need to counter this. I could probably just Ulamog. I think we have enough mana now. 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we're 1 off. Oh no, we're not, because of Ulamog, or because of Mortal Sun. Yeah. I mean, we don't need to counter something if we can just exile it on the spot. Let's see if we draw a land. Yeah, we drew the land anyway, but we couldn't depend on that. But now at least we have 1 land up. So let's get rid of you and get rid of your mana fixing land, and I think that's GG. Do you have an answer for the 10/10 indestructible mill you 20 every turn Eldrazi? I'm sorry, it's an 11/11 now. I think we'll keep up the no Elemental Blast. Are they really going to stick this out? That's crazy. Maybe they have a good card in their hand. I mean, we have Mortal Sun to shut down any Planeswalkers they play, so like... Okay, they're just gonna... Hey man, respect, you know? If they want to try to play it out. You know, respect from me. Do they have double white? They do. So they could potentially have, like, Settle the Wreckage or something like that, or a, you know, a white spell shenanigan to get rid of this thing, but it doesn't look like they do. Let's look at their deck. Let's see what's actually in it. It's all lands? What the? Okay, maybe it's some kind of weird combo deck. You down. You down. Pass the turn, we'll draw some cards. And GG. Okay. Yeah, we just had the perfect hand to fight against that. I mean, even if they got to 7 mana, they cast it again, we can just no elemental blast them. I have no idea what their deck is doing, though. Look at all these lands. It's just lands and ramp. And MDFCs. I have no idea. There must be one creature in their deck that they're trying to get to. Like, they have a specific creature. So maybe like Vorinclex, the one that like taps down all your lands and like locks up your mana, or Jin-Gitaxias, or something, some crazy hard to deal with creature like that. I can't imagine it's a Planeswalker. There really isn't any Planeswalker that has that kind of effect on the battlefield, but there are some creatures that are pretty nuts. Anyway, weird. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, Ulamog, Brawl. Let's see if we can beat Chatterfang. So, Golgari Squirrel deck. Goes pretty wide. There's a lot of shenanigans with squirrels. We get to go first. We have 3 mana rocks, but they're all the expensive ones. This one makes a food. I mean, I guess we can scry with the Void here. Zalfirin Void. Let's see. Do we keep this? I guess we get to go first, so we have like a little bit of time to figure this out. It's not what I want, but it's hard to say no to lands this early in the game. I guess we'll just get this down. And then next turn we can start ramping. It does make me a little nervous against this deck though, because it makes a lot of permanents, so Ulamog's ability gets worse if you have too many things that are problems. Skyclave, I'll wait until I can kick that. Guess we'll get you down. Next turn we can get Ornithopter and one of these down. And then the turn after that we can kick Skyclave. Seems like the plan. So we're like 2 turns out from Ulamog. See, like right now Ulamog would be great. Exile this, exile that, right? But once this starts making a ton of squirrels, it becomes a lot more convoluted. Maybe I should have just kicked Skyclave there. Probably what I should have done. That would have given me 3 mana versus the 2 mana that I just got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it would have brought me up to 8. I guess it doesn't really matter either way. Okay. Skyclave, and we'll have Ulamog next turn. Alright, pass. I think we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So hopefully they don't have a gigantic squirrel turn. The funny thing about Chatterfang is with enough squirrels they can actually kill Ulamog because it has a minus ability. Like a toughness minus ability, but they'd have to sacrifice 10 squirrels. So it's not ward sacrifice of food. Gotcha. Okay. I actually do have a food. So that's convenient. I was gonna crack this. I'm glad I waited. Yep, that's fine. Okay, Mortal Sun's cool. That'll be the next turn, though. Yep, I have to sack a food. Sacrifice is permanent. Gain. Yeah, because it is a food. Okay. Hopefully they don't have like a protection spell. Okay, sweet. Hopefully we got Ulamog down in the nick of time before their board exploded. Baleful Mastery. Okay, that's fine. You basically just put my removal spell back in my hand. It does cost 12 mana now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so we can do it next turn. Huh? Bastion. Okay. Ooh, I would definitely want to get Arid Archway down. Okay, so let's tap a waste, play the Archway, bring the waste back to our hand. I guess we'll play the Immortal Sun this turn. And we'll... This isn't too threatening, which is why I'm not just running Ulamog out. And they only have one card left in hand. So they're going to play their commander. Resolve. Okay, so we know their situation. Not too bad. We need to get rid of this Bastion and probably this Morbid Opportunist. Because now with Jadar, they're gonna be able to draw cards. This is a nice one. We'll get you down. Let's see. I think I'd rather tap all these guys. Okay. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. This can destroy the Chatterfang, which is why I didn't go after it. Okay. GG. They must have drawn a land or something. I think if I was them, I wouldn't have scooped here because you can still go wide enough to... I'm at 14. You can go wide enough to like kill me with the squirrel deck, but I get it. I get why they didn't want to play it out, especially if that's what they drew because they can't really do anything from here. But yeah, that was the plan. Exile their two, you know, the Bastion and the Morbid Opportunist were two value pieces. So the Bastion could kill us over time with draining our life, and the Morbid Opportunist could draw them cards. So we wanted to get rid of those first. Alright, playing Ulamog in Brawl, MTG Arena. We have a lot of 3-mana ramp spells, and we're playing what? Haste. Non-token creatures you control have created a token that's a copy of target token you control. Okay. Could get kind of wild. I guess we go first, so we have time to catch up. Once we get to 3 mana, we're good, but we gotta draw another land. Are we gonna draw another land? Who knows? Okay. You down. I guess we can search eventually for another land with those caves. Must be nice. Okay, we drew the land. So next turn we'll be able to do some stuff. And at least with Lantern of Revealing, we can search for lands. So this is probably our best mana rock. Maybe Replicating Ring. It just takes so long. I don't know if we're gonna be here in 8 turns. This one lets us draw cards too. Pay 4 life, draw a card. Alright, we'll do this one. I think right now I'd rather draw a card. You do it at instant speed. Put a stop here so they don't skip through their turn. Okay. Create 2 food tokens and attack with sacrifice food. Okay, sure. 4 mana 5/5. A little scary. Hit me with the 1/1. What an announcement. Yeah, they're off to a really good start. Okay, well that's something. We can exile something. We're gonna get hit for 8 next turn. I think we just got a ramp. One, two, three. We have 7. We'll get to 10 by next turn, so we gotta survive 2 turns. Somehow I gotta survive. Well, at least we can get rid of the 5/5. They can play their commander. Okay. Five. 6, 7, 8. I'm not even sure we can use this as a mana rock because we won't have enough light. Six, 9, 11. Yeah, so even if we get rid of this, we're dead. Okay. Okay, Ulamog, Brawl. We got 2 lands, treasure map's nice. We get to go first. I think we keep against the Eternal Wanderer. Can we ramp faster than them? We will try. can play a land, play a mana rock, and treasure map. We get the staff down. And we can start getting this cooking. Yep, we want the land, so we have none in hand. So this will give us 3 treasures, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll have 8. So we're looking at Ulamog pretty soon. I think we just solemn here. Get the land. Try to scry for another land, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will give us up to 9. If we scry for a land, that'll be 10. Okay, so let's put a stop here so we don't forget. Just in case. Hopefully there's just one on top here. That would be nice. There's not, except that it's really good. So I think I'm going to keep that. Because that will reduce Ulamog's casting cost by 2 and all of these by 2. So we can spit out all of our mana rocks. And they're mana neutral. They cost 1 and they add 1. And we can destroy something of theirs. Or start making creatures if we want. Touch the spirit realm. Okay, they're going to blink their own guy. That's fine. Cursive silence. Okay, well, they can choose Ulamog, but that basically puts us back to neutral. Also, we can just blow this up, so it doesn't really matter. Yep, we'll draw. Main phase. Oh, we don't have any other mana, though, if we do this. That's a bummer. I was hoping we had, like, 1 leftover mana. I guess we can do the treasure map and then do those plays. That will allow us to do that. Okay. Just seeing if they want to block our Solemn so we could draw a card. So let's crack the treasure map. It's on top. I'll take the land, that's fine. Make 3 treasures. We can do it like this. Auto pay. Okay, well. Yeah, yep. Ugin's a pretty good card. So we had 2 mana left over. We would be able to spend 1 mana to cast this, which would make us a mana, which we could then spend to cast this, which we could then spend to cast this. And then what would we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, reduced by 2. So yeah, we would probably just blow up this. Normally I would blow this up so that we'd get the curse off of us, but I think given this board I would blow up the Overseer so that it couldn't attack down my Ugin. And then, unless they had a hasty creature or something, Ugin would survive. We get to next turn with 10 mana, we play Ulamog, they'd have, what, 4 lands and maybe 1 other creature, and it would be GG. So, I think they saw the writing on the wall and scooped it up. Alright, deck review time. Ulamog and Historic Brawl. So, this deck is... It's very fun, but it's a little bit of a one-trick pony, right? So, you know, if you can do the thing, ramp, get Ulamog down, you usually can win or have at least a fun game. But there are times where the other opponent's deck is faster than yours, or like we saw with some of the decks, they make too many permanents and Ulamog's ability isn't good enough, you know? Just exiling 2 permanents, it's usually enough against most decks, but by the time Ulamog comes out, some decks have like 20 permanents, And then it becomes like, well, I'm down to 8 life, which 2 permanents do I get rid of? I have 1 10/10, but they have a board full of 1/1s or whatever. So as long as you're going to the games knowing that it's not going to give you a super high win rate, it's going to, you know, just be a fun deck to get a giant Eldrazi down super early, then I think you'll have fun with this deck. And then if you can get into the end game stuff like Break of Creation or Emrakul, obviously the fun goes up from there. So I really like this deck. I think it's even better in like Commander because you have more options for ramp and stuff like that. We're limited on Arena for what our ramp options are, which is why we have all these 3 mana ramp options and 4 mana ramp options. But yeah, and then I would definitely keep this mana base. It was super, you know, good to have all of these different what are they called? Utility lands. That's the word I'm looking for. To have all these different utility lands, you know, a lot of the times we'll have mana and nothing to do with them, and then we can, you know, Cryptic Caves, or we can, you know, fire up our Faceless Haven, and then all, you know, I didn't include every 3 mana rock, but I tried to include the ones that had value, like this one lets us scry one. Manalith is probably the worst example. It probably shouldn't even be in here. But there's a lot of these that have other abilities, like tap another artifact control, draw a card, then discard a card. This one gains us life. This one mills the opponent, and we can steal lands from them. You know, those types of effects. So even if we're in the in-between phase, we're not able to cast Ulamog yet, we still have stuff to do with our mana. We can make clues to draw cards, which would normally be not great, but in this deck we're making so much mana that it actually is okay. So that's the deck. Let me know what you thought. Let me know in the description if there's any cards that I missed that should be in the deck. Deck list is in the description if you want to try it out. If you like the video, subscribe, like, comment, all the YouTube things. If you want to join our Discord and request a deck for me to build, go ahead and click the link, it's in the description, and go to the Request a Deck channel. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.